No one say to me, Barry Morphew is the Delphi murderer. Barry Morphew is not the man walking across the bridge in the case of the disgusting Delphi murders of Libby and Abby, the young teenage girls that were found near that bridge where the footage is. Barry Morphew has a very particular physique. He's an ex-jock. He's got a particular way about him. You can see how well put together Barry is. You can see the history of physical training, of his physical work. You can see his frame. You can see the type of bulk he has and the sick, shambly, ill man who has clearly not looked after himself his whole life. Walking across that bridge is not Barry Morphew. And what are you trying to say? Barry Morphew just keeps shabby, disgusting clothing that is ill-fitting as a disguise in his vehicle for those times when he's feeling a little murdery? Is that what you're saying? The identikit images look nothing like Barry, neither of them. Even if you merged them together somehow, it looks nothing like Barry. The Delphi murderer is probably in prison or living in Delphi and around Delphi, around the family, around that group of people, and is most likely known to police. It's just one of the most redonkulous things. And there are professional agitators, there are professional stirrers that go online and just say these things for the reaction, whether it's because they're sick, they want to amuse themselves. I don't care if they're saying it's because they dowsed, the cards told them, their spirit guide told them, the Ouija board told them, the numbers told them. No, they are being, at best, just playful, naughty imps. So please do not. You can practically say, bring up whatever you like in comments and things. I'm happy to hear it, but I'm not going to I'm not going to go along with anything that any of you will say about Barry Morphew and the Delphi murders. I'm going to shut you down. With regards to mountain lion, I think there would be a shoe, there would be, or something found. And if that was the type of item that the police say they found further upstream towards Monarch Pass, which is where the track, when you go down the dam road, where the 225 goes down to join the trail, that track goes off down the mountains and then it forks and it goes up again towards that main highway 50 and comes out at Monarch Pass. And if a item was found and taken somewhere by a mountain lion, surely it's going to have teeth marks or some sort of scuff or something on it. Same with any of the scenes having blood, broken branches, just items left behind. I think there'd be so clearly a disturbance. So mountain lions out. Yes, I guess Barry could have said to Suzanne, honey, come with me on Mother's Day. Why don't I take you out for a nice lunch? Maybe there's an item upstream, west of Maysfield. Is it? What is it again? I can't remember. Because Barry said, look, there's a little out of the way joint down the highway I want to take you to. It's really special. It's small. I'll take you for lunch. Who knows how Suzanne has left the house? Not on her bicycle. probably. Footage going down the route that cuts through, you go left at Salida and along again and then east down through a place past Kaufman Ridge and on into the southwest corner of Denver. So you basically go on the north side of that mountain range, beyond the Air Force Base at Colorado Springs, beyond Palmer Trailhead, and that 105 area in Letitia Stout's Mad Drives. You're coming down sort of northeast of there into Denver. All the way along there's probably truck stops, gas stations. So if Suzanne was sitting up in the cab of a vehicle with someone, there could be images there along that stretch of highway. There's a few hundred miles, so plenty of opportunity. If Barry went out the opposite way to his home away from Salida, you can make a circuitous route around either way, coming down south of Colorado Springs, going towards north, that great National Sand Dune Park where Christopher Watts and Nicole Kessinger went, and the infamous kiss to the phone on the sand dunes by Nikki to Chris, who she hoped was having a wonderful time. And you come out and around, so well beyond Garden of the Gods or something like that. You can come out around that way, or circle right up and around again and come back down onto highways that are north of that Kaufman Ridge Road, but still come into Denver, more in the middle, sort of top end of Denver. So maybe Suzanne's managed to throw something out a window or door of a vehicle up near Monarch Pass, where there is an information centre. There's a little bit of, infrastructure there. So it's about 3 miles up, I think, on Highway 50 from the Morphew home. Would Suzanne have gone back out of their driveway, up the little bit of road, and then up Highway 50 just to go back down that 225 towards that dam to get onto that track, the trail that goes behind their house and goes along and joins up past that dam? I don't know. Would she have? I don't know. I think I'd just go down the back of my property onto the trail and go that way, and then probably want to come down, coast downhill on the highway 50. I do bicycle. I'm terrified of mountain biking. Going downhill on a mountain bike is scary. But if she were to go to the trail beyond, like below her home, and then up the trail toward Monarch Pass, and then intend to come down the highway 50 toward her home again, that's how I would do that circuitous route. It's probably, depending on the terrain, it's probably a 45 to an hour and a half minutes cycle, judging on the Ks. I know from the cycling trips that I do, and that's the way I would do it. So I would expect the bike and the item of clothing, if they're the way round, of having the item of clothing west and then the bike in at the dam. If someone has abducted Suzanne up at that Monarch Pass where there would be people stopped, tourists, etc., she's dropped an item there as she's taken into the van. They've got the bike and all into a vehicle, driven down. They've just tossed it off the highway at that damn road and kept on going down to Salida. Maybe it could have happened that way, or it's happened the other way where the bike's been left behind and up in Monarch Pass, so she's been taken west out into more of an isolated area and items been dropped. Yeah. Yeah, I don't believe the mountain lion. Perhaps she went of her free will in a vehicle into Denver or some other place, maybe for a Mother's Day lunch since she wasn't with her girls. But if cameras don't pick up, I mean, the cameras will be able to pick up Barry's vehicle, what time, and, you know, maybe Suzanne could have been in that vehicle but not visible, not in the passenger seat. Barry coming home at 9 o'clock when it's just, I haven't worked out the time yet, but I don't know, is it 2 hours travel or something? A bit more maybe, I'm not sure. But, you know, if he had heard the news first in the afternoon at lunchtime, yeah, you might not think anything for a few hours until the bike's found. So perhaps the bike was found at about 6 o'clock before it got dark, 5 or 6 o'clock. And then Barry has come back from Denver then when the bicycle has been discovered. Yes, so all very intriguing. Yeah, just the bullshit about Delphi and Barry Morphew, I mean, that is just as repulsive as the people that make up videos to try to frighten people about 5 generation. People who were making, I mean, they're just entertaining themselves. They're professional agitators. They know things are just going to get shared around and spread like wildfire, and they're not doing it out of the goodness of their hearts. They are doing it, they're like an arsonist. Yeah, anywho, this has gone on long enough. I thought it was just going to be 2 minutes, and it's 11 minutes and 42 seconds.